Evening, WDWA Nation, as well as Wrestle Talk Podcast family. Welcome into another great episode of Elevation. Tonight, we have two great guests lined up for you, or three, depending on how you want to look at it, because tonight we have the tag team of the Goons. They're going to be joining us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And then we are going to be joined by the apocalypse of professional wrestling, Clay Jacobs. We're going to be talking to him. We're going to find out more information and stuff from him about what's going on and just see if we can get to the bottom of things. I will be joined at some point, ladies and gentlemen, by the one and only dashing Donnie Diablo. He will be here tonight. And just plenty of things, ladies and gentlemen, to talk about. We don't have a review for you this week because of the fact that we've already reviewed Antebellum, which is the last show that we've had. So we won't be reviewing any show this week, which is okay, because there is plenty to talk about with the upcoming Berkeley Mania. And who knows, we may have a fan of the night tonight come in, make some picks with us. We'll see. If you're interested in doing that, though, drop it in the chat that you'd like to do that, and we'll be more than happy to bring you on as fan of the night. I'll select somebody to do that. But yeah, so much has been going on, and I tell you, hopefully you haven't been missing it, because the excitement started building for Berkeley Mania weeks ago. We did see an announcement that the Godfather would be the special guest at Berkeley Mania. But unfortunately, after that, there was another video dropped that was the Godfather informing us that he would not be able to make Berkeley Mania. And, that was very unfortunate. And I thought that I had that video here. But, yeah, here we go. But yeah, it's unfortunate that he won't be able to make Berkeley Mania. So let's take a quick look at this announcement here from the Godfather.
Hey guys, Godfather here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make the August 29th show out there in Martinsburg, West Virginia, part of Berkeley Mania 9. It's circumstances way beyond my control. Wish I could have been there. I apologize for not being there. But if there's a chance I'm getting back, man, I can't wait to see you guys. Once again, I'm sorry. We'll see you down the road.
So that unfortunate news dropping from the Godfather, but, that didn't stop us for Berkeley Mania, because we were able to find another special guest. And, we saw the video drop for them. And so our special guest for Berkeley Mania will be the one and only the Chavo Guerrero, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to be coming to Berkeley Mania. He's going to be doing a meet and greet with everybody. As you can see there, It will be $25 for an autograph, $25 for a photo pic, or $40 for a combo. But he will be on hand. Great opportunity to meet a WWE superstar there, Chavo Guerrero, or former WWE superstar, and definitely look forwards to that. And for any of the wrestlers out there, if you are a wrestler, a referee, ring announcer, manager, you name it, you can, before Berkeley Mania, attend a seminar with Chavo Guerrero. It'd be $60 per person. The seminar will take place from 1 to 3 p.m. August 29th there at the fairgrounds in Martinsburg. And so be sure to hit up Gavin if you're interested in attending the seminar. That is for anyone who is in the wrestling business. So that would be a great opportunity for you guys to learn from a wealth of knowledge like Chavo Guerrero. But, it should be a great time, a great night. And just so you know, with so much action going on that night, we are going to have a special start time. Doors are going to open at 4:30, bell time 5:15. That is not a misprint. Doors open 4:30, bell time 5:15. So be sure to note that on your calendars. It is at the Berkeley County Youth Fairgrounds, not the fire hall. Berkeley County Youth Fairgrounds. Yeah, so be sure to be there. So many people have already made reservations, which if you'd like to make a reservation, contact the WDWA page, contact Gavin Jackson, and be sure to make that reservation. But, so definitely wanted to get that out there about that start time. I'll be sure to mention it a couple more times so that you remember, because if you show up at our normal time, then, hey, you're going to be late. So, definitely don't want to be late for this show because there is going to be so much action going on. And evidently Donnie is having some difficulties. Give me 1 second here, trying to walk Donnie through his difficulties. Sorry about this. Okay. But yeah, so as I was saying, the special start time and all, be sure not to be late. So let's go ahead and while we wait on Donnie to get his camera working here. I can hear you, but I can't see you, buddy.
Oh, yeah.
So let me take him back off here. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and bring on our first guest tonight. And while Donnie works on his issues, I'm very happy to have these two here. They will be in action at Berkeley Mania, ladies and gentlemen. They are in that fatal four-way. I believe it's a fatal four-way, but they are in that four-way match for the Tag Team Championships. There it is. So, sorry, it's a 4-way tag elimination match, not a fatal 4-way. 4-way tag team elimination match against our champions, UCK, and the Sigma males. This is war. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome in the Goons. Welcome, lady.
Hey, hey.
Thank you for joining us. So glad you could be here tonight. You know, it's great to have you. So, I mean, you guys are very busy. You've been traveling all over the world, you know. So for those who may not know so much about the Goons, why don't you give them some background on how the Goons got started in professional wrestling?
We grew up watching Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jeff Hardy, China.
And when you grow up in a little town in Tennessee, you ain't got much to do but beat each other up. That's kind of how it started. We always used to just beat each other up.
I would throw her from the couch, and our mom would yell at us like, "What are you
doing?" That's kind of how we got started. We just started when we was kids.
Okay, well, and that is a good way to get into it. I mean, to start when you're young. Of course, not that we're advocating throwing people off the couch or anything like that. You know, but,
I mean, that's why our parents made us stop watching it when we was younger, because we got too violent. But now look at us.
So, I mean, you have been traveling all around the world. You've been in death matches. You know, you pretty much you've done so much. So we're happy to have you here in WDWA.
We love it.
You really do add to our tag division. So you laid out the challenge. I believe it was at the carnival match.
Yeah, at the fair.
Yeah. So, what made you decide that it was time to lay out a challenge for those tag titles?
Well, a little spice to WDWA. We're the only female tag team that's going against a whole group of guys that has no idea about us, because they've never fought us. We've never fought them. They've all fought each other. So we're kind of, what? You say, like, I'm the dark horse in a way?
Yeah. Inter tag teams now, they don't really defend the belts. Where have they been at? We've been there more than they have.
It's been a little bit since we've seen them. I'll give you that.
Not a very good defending champion.
You need a defending, fighting champions. I think we'll be the fighting champions when we take them off the or the ick.
So, I mean, like I say, you guys decided that now's the time to jump in on this.
Why not?
What do you think about the fact that this is going to be an elimination 4-way match?
Won't be the first one we've been in, and I'd say we're more dominant in these matches, because we've been a tag team for how long now? Our whole life.
Was born, and they all know each other. They don't know what we can do.
Yeah, and I mean, like I say, you guys have been in death matches before, so you know these high stakes matches and stuff that just aren't your normal run of the mill matches. They seem to be your style matches.
Yep.
And what made you gravitate towards matches like that?
Honestly,
we fell in love with it when we started making weapons for ICW, and then we just caught the bug. We got an opportunity and we just ran with it.
We beat each other up in the pit.
I'd say I can just imagine what it was like in your household. I mean, I know between me and Susie, we were always fighting with each other. So
We fought a lot with each other, but we were fine 5 minutes later. I mean, I went after her with a golf club one time.
Yeah, our parents don't like when they have a hole in their bathroom door from these kids.
I think the worst me and Susie ever did is I tried to choke her one time. I mean,
I don't think we were ever like that.
I've shot her with a pellet gun.
Right in the ear.
Just
So-
because I thought it was funny.
and so are there what team are you worried about more than any one team in this
I would
thing?
say-
Probably this is war.
Yeah, this is war. They seem like some tough. I mean, we personally want to fight them.
Yes, I've been
One-on-one.
asking for a one-on-one tag match with This Is War. I think they're going to be the toughest ones. The other two,
And does it bother you at all about, UCK having, if their manager's going to be, well, actually not manager, but if they're,
If she gets involved, she ain't gonna like what's gonna happen. We've dealt with pests, and she's gonna be a pest.
that just means that they can't win by themselves.
well, I definitely will not dispute that. We've seen many times that she's had to help them out, but,
That tells
And-
you a lot right there.
That means they are not a team. They don't know how to work. Yes, they don't know how to work, Peyton.
so if you win these championships, I mean, when you're going off to Australia and all these other places, will you be defending the WDWA Tag Team Championships there?
We'll defend them everywhere, whatever kind of match they want. You want to defend them in a death match, we'll do it. Regular match, we'll do it. Doesn't matter.
Well, I'm definitely looking forwards to it because I know it's going to be a heck of a match. And do you think the fact that you've been in death matches and everything else, does that give you an advantage in these matches?
I think it gives us the edge that we'll do whatever it takes for our body. We'll put our bodies on the line for whatever.
So
Sorry
you've
for
already,
the back here.
he's fine. Yeah. But you've already said This Is War would probably be the biggest ones that you'll be watching, or looking at here. But what about Sigma males? I mean,
If you call yourself a Sigma male, you need to get your ass beat.
What are you, 15? What the heck? Who calls themselves that anymore? I'll tell it to their face, too. I don't care.
They're probably the ones that buy them toys from Walmart, them little skibbity-dibbity toys. They're like, oh, we're so cool, look at this skibbity toilet.
well, I mean they have been a tough tag team for people to get by. So, I mean
Yeah, but they
they
call
may be.
themselves Sigma.
They got to get by us.
So, what do you think about UCK though? I mean, other than they're a bunch of cheaters, I mean, what do you really think of them? Are you concerned with them at all, or?
I mean,
No.
we're concerned with everybody. Everybody's a threat in this match, but we're the bigger threat because we're not afraid to do what it takes to get those belts.
And what's it gonna take to outlast 3 other teams?
Oh, well, I guess that's a secret. That you guys will have to wait till this weekend. It's gonna be you're gonna be surprised what we're gonna bring out.
May bring out some weapons. Can we bleed in West Virginia? Is it a no bleed state?
I think we can.
Well, maybe we'll bring some blood.
Yeah, we've seen plenty of blood in West Virginia, so I don't think it's a no bleed state. So I mean, it is West Virginia after all. I mean, but
Maybe they'll have to be the three teams will have to be put in little our wheelhouse.
So what should they be worried about when it comes to the Goons?
There's many things they should be worried about.
One, we're probably the most in sync tag team since we've been a tag team for 30 years. They want to play dirty, we can play dirtier. We can do whatever it takes to get those belts.
We're not afraid to make ourselves bleed to get what we want. And we want those tag belts. So we want to put WDWA on our backs.
So, yeah, and, honestly, I would love to see it. Now, one other tag team that they're not in the match, of course, but I think they've only had a couple matches together. But I would like to know your thoughts on is, and Donnie mentioned them just a little bit ago in the comments. Now, here it is. We have Lady Liberty and Sis Sasaki is also a female tag team.
Give them. They deserve to be in this match, like in tag matches like this too.
I love Liberty and Sis.
They ain't afraid to throw hands like we are.
So, Donnie, I'm sure you had questions yourself, but since you can't get in, feel free to drop some questions in the comments. And
yeah, Donnie, what happened?
What the heck, Donnie?
Maybe JTR forgot to give him money for his Wi-Fi,
Forgot to pay that bill.
JTR still butthurt. We beat his tag team up last time.
He's mad that we beat up the Helm.
But that could be it too. Donnie is such a money and power guy. He says he's been trying to get in since 6:30, but every time I bring him on screen, he's not there.
I think he's scared.
He's scared.
Maybe he's just upset because you beat the Helm, and
Sorry,
so
shouldn't have got their manager shouldn't have got involved in the match.
And being that you have beat the Helm, and that they are gonna be there for this show because they've been announced to be in the Rumble. Do you need to watch out for the Helm? Do you feel that you need to have eyes in the back of your head, like they could come and try to interfere or anything?
Oh, they better not try to interfere. They better not even think about it. Because I'm not afraid to whoop their ass again.
Well, and, it was a heck of a match between you guys and the Helm. And, I really enjoyed it. And I'm happy that you guys came out victorious in this. So hopefully they don't interfere in this and try to cost you your chance at the titles. But I put absolutely nothing past Money and Power. I mean, they have other things they should be worried about that night, but you never know with them.
Oh, hopefully they just stay in their lane. That's all I got to say about it.
So how do you go about preparing for a match like this, though, when you're going against 4 teams and how can you prepare for that?
Well, we always watch what everybody does. We always watch their video stuff so we can be prepared. We're not going in blind. We always want to make sure nobody's going to pull something stupid that will affect us. Right?
So there has been plenty of tape watch then, is what you're telling me.
Yeah.
And,
Always tape studying.
So does it make any difference in the match, the fact that there are 3 teams here that the fans normally tend to back and one that the fans don't tend to back, versus when it's either 50% or the fact that one-on-one?
I mean, yeah, but like I think they're gonna be backing us up at the end of the night. I think it's all gonna be for the Goons.
They proved at the last show that they backed up the Goons.
Oh, he
Finally!
Oh my God, I'm finally here. It's the Goons. Wow, I missed so much because I'm backing in. I was here. I promise I was here at 6:30. I wanted to get in on all this Goon action. I don't know what we missed. Did we talk about the death match? Did we talk about where they're from? Did we talk about where they started? I mean,
Well, I did ask them where they started.
I mean, how we started wrestling, but we started wrestling. We started training with Luke Gallows. That's who we first started training with.
So
yep, we've seen Luke. He's been around. He's
Yeah, we were concerned, Donnie, that you were just kind of dipping out on the interview because of the fact that they beat the helm and you're such a money and power guy that you didn't want to come into this.
Yeah. I mean that's a fair assessment as well. But with AK Bane, he says it's not money and power anymore. It's just money, no power. So and we're all very well on the same page about our healthy level of respect and fear for the man that is AK Bane. And I use the term man very loosely. That beast.
But Donnie, I've been sitting here
I think
for
whoever Bane wants us to be for.
But I've been sitting here for the past 15 minutes or so chatting with the Goons. So I'm going to give you your opportunity to jump in here with some questions, because I'm sure you had questions as well.
Oh yeah, plenty. I don't know how far we went into the deathmatch thing. The deathmatch tournaments. I heard Haas before I disconnected one of the other times talking about you guys are making a trip to Australia. Can you kind of go over maybe some of the opponent guys have faced and maybe where the fans can go out and catch some of that footage?
So I know it hasn't been released yet, but do y'all know Joel Bateman? He's the owner of Deathmatch Down Under.
We had a tag match against him and his tag partner, Jordan Sampson. But it will be out on IWTV when it drops, so go watch it. Watch us all beat each other up. Mm-hmm. Put some skewers in an Australian's head.
I have heard of him, so I'll definitely have to check that out when it comes out.
And then there's Blood and Honey in Atlanta.
Yeah.
I've fought Lindsay.
I know Sis has been involved in a couple.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say Sis has been involved in a couple of death matches here lately, so that's been out there. So how cool would it be to see the Goons, and Sis and maybe Mickey Knuckles lock up in one of these death matches, one of these tournaments?
I've been in a death match with Mickey.
Nice.
That was my favorite match I've
Dream
ever
opponents.
had.
Let's just.
That was your first one.
Dream opponents.
Dream opponents.
Ooh.
Yep. Dream opponents. Like who do you guys want to face? Both together, and we'll do separate too. Who's your dream opponent? Living or dead, it doesn't matter. Or maybe one of each.
Definitely.
Throw out a couple of them.
I would definitely want to wrestle Kurt Angle and Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's me.
I would go with Mick Foley in China.
And then together,
the Briscoes.
Yeah, definitely I would have wanted to tag against the Briscoes.
The Revival.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the Good Brothers.
FTR.
That's right. That's the Revival.
Yeah, sorry. Wrong name. Both versions. And the old school DX.
Which part of DX in particular?
All
of them? 4
or
5?
Triple H.
Donnie, you get there.
You're lagging on us, Donnie.
Uh-oh.
I was
there we
wondering
go.
who was lagging. I
Josh?
totally believe it's on my end because
He's lagging crap like mine.
I think everybody's
no,
lagging.
I think I'm not back. I'm
Are we
am
still
I
lagging?
the one lagging?
Yeah, I think everybody was lagging for a second.
I don't know. I'm yeah. I'm like, who's lagging? Because I see me moving all right, and kind of everybody
We're
else
moving
like
all
little,
right.
little windows, but that doesn't mean anything. Yeah, I hear the dog in the background, so I know you guys are good.
Yes. Where's he at? Chong. He's right there. He's a pain in the ass.
I'm surprised my dogs hadn't come in here yet, since evidently they don't hear your dog yet. So
He has to be
we're
smart
good
on
on.
it. Go get your lamb.
So did we talked about the tag title match?
Yeah.
The tag title match we got coming up.
Yeah, we have talked about that. I don't know if you have any questions
So
on
I
it.
heard what you guys had to say about the Sigmas. This is war. I think people are coming in.
I didn't hear a word that was.
Yeah. This time he is lagging.
Yeah.
Let's let me back out and reconnect on a strand of my Wi-Fi, and let's see if that's not going to fix things. I will again be back. I don't. This is why I log on early, but it's like I can't really know what's going on until everybody's connected. So,
All right. So I know you're talking about people that you'd love to face in death matches and stuff. And you may have faced him, but one of the people that I like when it comes to deathmatch wrestling is Madman Pondo.
Oh, yeah, we've wrestled Pondo. We're wrestling him again in October.
Yeah, I've had an opportunity to meet him at a deathmatch tournament, and he was actually supposed to wrestle, but I think he had gotten hurt and had to sit out, but he was still there. And he's a great guy. We've had him on Wrestle Talk podcast time and time again. So
he's a wild man.
Mm-hmm. We actually tagged against him and Mickey Knuckles.
No?
Yeah.
Remember it got chased because it was Brian.
Oh, yeah, it was Brian. Brian was. I thought it was Mickey on one.
It was supposed to be Mickey, but it got changed.
What are you doing?
okay, I'm going to ask the one question that I've heard people ask that I feel it's, and if you're one of them that's asked me this, I'm sorry that I'm going to say this about it, but I feel it's a dumb question, but I'll ask it just so it can get out there, because I'm sure you've been asked this as well.
What, are we twins?
Well, I've been asked, are they twins? And I've been asked, are they really sisters?
We're literally twins. We're 2 minutes apart.
You wouldn't be surprised how many people ask us that.
So, I mean, I've been asked frequently, are they really sisters?
Yes,
are they
we're
twins?
actually-
And I'm like, can't
We're
you tell?
actually twin sisters. Breaking news. The Goons are actually twins.
Same last name, same mother, same father.
I guess in wrestling, though, so many people have pulled the brother sister angle that really haven't been. That people don't know. But
Have done that.
so, which one is older?
I am. I'm 2 minutes older.
2 minutes older. Wow. Yeah. I'm younger than Susan by 9 years. But
2 minutes apart.
so we'll give you an opportunity here. What would you like to say to your 4 opponents coming up this weekend?
I'll keep it short and sweet. Bring it on Saturday, or you guys are gonna get it from us, and you're not gonna like it.
And you better, and the ick or the uck, whatever your name is, or Sigmund Males, whoever has the manager, stay out. The ick?
Yeah.
The ick? Okay, the ick. Keep your little manager out of the ring, or I'd hate to hurt her, for her to get involved in our business.
Mm-hmm. But this is what I love you guys. No disrespect.
Everybody else, you're gonna get it.
So This Is War seems to be the only one that you really respect in this match. So,
Yeah.
and what is it about them that makes you respect them?
I don't know. They just seem to, they carry that air. They respect everybody else, and you can just feel it that they get along with everybody.
So Donnie, you appear to be back.
Are you
Wait,
back?
or is he back? Oh,
I think I'm back. I'm back.
are you sure? Are you
All
sure?
right. And again, I missed everything. So
That's okay. We were just talking about Madman Pondo, and then I gave him an
So where are you
opportunity to
guys
talk
at
to
in
the,
Tennessee now. Because evidently
We
you've got way
we
better
live
internet
right-
connection than I have in Maryland. So.
live right in the middle of Chattanooga and Knoxville. We're like right smack dab in the middle.
Literally in the middle of nowhere.
Donnie, are you freezing up on us again?
Yep, I know about
Yeah.
where that is. I think I know where that is.
Donnie, your internet connection sucks.
Come here.
You got to see if
Yeah,
JTR
just
can
maybe
give you
time
some money.
To make a trip
Give you
down
some
to
of that
Vegas
money
and
so
everything.
you can get some better internet.
Get you some better Wi-Fi.
And Zoom meetings after Zoom meetings all day, no issues. Now that I finally get people I want to talk to, I'm having all these internet issues, and it's really taking me out. No issues when we talk to AK Bain, mind you, that worked perfectly fine. I wanted so badly to disconnect, but no, we got the Goons here. I can't do anything. So this is frustrating. I don't know. Maybe it's ironed out. We'll keep our fingers crossed.
So, do you have anything else for him, Donnie?
Seeing as I don't know where we've been, where we're going to, where we left off at, I don't know. I think we're good. You probably covered it all. Goons, do you have anything else you want to share that maybe neither one of us has met? Obviously, I had mentioned a lot, but anything you share for the room?
I don't know. You got anything you want to ask while you got connection? Oh, wait. I think we lost it.
We lost it.
You need to ask for better internet, Donnie.
Is he gone? Oh, there he is.
Damn, is it that bad? Is it still that bad? All right, let's.
You froze so bad.
Because I feel like I'm working fine on this end. I was like,
Yeah, you keep lagging. It comes back and it goes out. So, but
over here it looks fine the whole time. That's why I'm like,
Well, over here it's
kind of pausing and
freezing up,
waiting, I guess. But it seems like I'm fine on my end.
well, whatever you do, Donnie, get this fixed before Clay comes, because I don't want you to leave me with Clay by myself here. Okay. That's he's scary enough. I don't want to be by myself with the man.
Betty Mom will stay with you.
Look, he done froze up. All I had to do was mention Clay and he freezes up.
he'll blame it on his internet.
Oh, wait. Where'd he go?
He disappeared.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too. Like, you know, Why can't I freeze up when Clay Jacobs is on here?
It's just
So-
us. He don't like us. That's why.
But all right, ladies, we really appreciate you coming in and being here with us. And if you have anything else you'd like to share, feel free. Otherwise, we'll be letting you go.
I just hope y'all are ready for new tag champs on Saturday. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for being here, ladies. It's been a pleasure, and we look forward to seeing you Saturday. And best of luck in that four-way elimination match.
Thank you. And Donnie, get better damn internet. Jesus. Let's suck.
All right. Well, that was the Goons, ladies and gentlemen. Glad they could join us. So, are you getting things figured out
Wasn't
there,
really
Donnie?
us, it was you. It was trying to be us. Yeah, I'm just gonna hardwire at this point, so you know. But now that I'm down here, I think everything's okay for whatever reason. So it just, I guess, whatever reason after all the Zoom meetings and everything today, maybe that's the internet's way of telling me I needed to explore more of the house and I needed to come downstairs and just not hole up in the office. Has there been any lag? Is it lagging still?
I don't see as much lag now.
There's still issues.
There's still some.
Okay. All right. I can and maybe connect to this other internet now that I'm down here right outside the door. Oh. Oh.
Step into the big house. WDWA. Earn your stripes in the big house. The WDWA. The crowd is jumping and the crowd is loud. Everybody's rowdy all around the WDWA. It's showtime.
Okay, there we go. Uh, I don't know what happened there, but these gremlins want to get us tonight. Must be some of Clay's friends or something, coming in and hacking our systems. But so Wild Patriot 22 every Thursday night, 8 p.m. Be sure to check out Frontline. Juan works very hard on Frontline, and he doesn't have the problems on Frontline that we have here. So just be sure to check out Frontline. But let's see here. Donnie, are you there?
I'm not feeling too great about this one either, John, because right when you said he does, right when you said he doesn't have the problems we have over on Frontline, like it kind of froze up for a minute, and I was like, great, I'm not feeling comfortable about this either. I think I'm here so far, but I've thought I was here for the whole thing. It's not the usual wheels spinning and stuff, I've been moving. Nobody else has been. So maybe my internet's fast and everybody else's is.
But okay, let's go ahead and speaking of Juan, he says perks of being pre-taped. But let's go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, and get our second guest in here tonight.
Right. That is.
You will see him this coming Saturday night in a casket match, ladies and gentlemen, against his former tag team partner, Zakar Shaw. Let's welcome the apocalypse of professional wrestling, Clay Jacobs. Clay, welcome into the program tonight.
I'm here.
So we have seen the change in the attitude. We've seen apparently the voices have taken over, and so many people still ask why, but I feel you've answered that. But for those who feel that you haven't answered it, what's your response?
Why does there need to be a why? That's my answer to all of it. There doesn't need to be a why. This was always written in the books. Pause. If you go back and watch, it wrote itself. There is no why. And I'm sick of everybody thinking that there's a why. It just happened. So that's my answer.
So we all know the history between you and Zakar, and we've all seen it. We all saw how, it went back years, where you and Zakar battled and Zakar broke your ankle, and, then you were out, you fought your way back, you came back, you regained your championship. We saw where, Zakar came out and helped you, and you and him got together. You became a tag team up to the ultimate turn where Clay Jacobs turned on Zakar. Was this a plan from the beginning to make Zakar trust you to pay him back for what he did, or did it just work out this way?
Obviously, nobody pays attention to what Clay Jacobs says. If you go back to when I finally woke up, I said what I said. I forgave Zakar Shaw for almost ending my career. And quite frankly, it helped my career just a little bit. Because I had time to think. I had time to plan. I had time to roadmap everything I wanted to do. From the time that I showed back up in the Rumble, when was it? 2024? I was not cleared. I showed up and fought through pain because I had one thing on my mind. It wasn't the title. It wasn't revenge. It was Zakar Shah. It's because me and him are so much more alike than I think anybody gives credit. Fought from below to get to the top. And he's not all there. And some people call me crazy. I'm not. You understand, Hoss? Do you
I get what
understand, Diablo?
Oh, I totally understand.
I want to make Zakar Shah understand. He's the only one that doesn't.
I don't know. When Zakar was on here a couple weeks ago, he seemed to definitely understand and be very heated. So I see both of you are on this collision course. You're definitely on the same page. I think he knows where you're coming from now.
If he understood, why was he upset? Why?
Well, wouldn't you be upset too if you have to face you in a casket match? You already know what you're capable of. He knows what you're capable of, and he's got to go against you, wanting to bury him quite literally at Berkeley Mania. And this is a dance you've done before. You've faced Zakar before, but this is different. The apocalypse is here. You've said it yourself. You awoke. This could be dead and buried as soon as Mania is over. The Zakar problem could be done and over. Where do you go from there?
Maybe whenever he digs himself out of a hole, maybe he will finally understand. Oh, this whole Zakar Shah versus Clay Jacobs, this is not new. This is a 3-year rival, almost 4 years of us doing the same damn dance over and over and over and over and over again. And now I get a chance to not only show Zakar Shah, but to bury his hopes and dreams with all the people that love him just like they loved me. It's fake. All the love, all the hope they give is fake. When I came back, what did they want? Violence. I gave it to them and it wasn't enough. So now I give them exactly what they asked for, and I'm the bad guy. So now what? Now what?
There's still going to be the Clay's going to kill you chance. There's still more than enough people, I think, that are behind Clay Jacobs.
If you follow what I do and you cheer for this man, then you're just as crazy as Zakar is. Cheer for me. Do what you want. Because at the end of the day, Kelly was once one of my biggest fans. So was Peyton and Gavin. And now look at them. All because I wanted to stir a little chaos. And now look what happens. Everybody's mad. Well, it gets worse this Saturday, because what happens when it's a bloodbath in front of all the little kids and all the little fans? It's their fault. It's your fault. It's Gavin's fault. It's WDWA's fault. I can hear the locusts. Do you hear them? Yeah. Do you get it?
I think I get it. John, do you get it?
You don't get it.
Probably not.
You don't get it. You're sitting there quiet because you don't get it. Look at me, John. What's not to get?
Well, I definitely get something. I'm not sure what it is, but I get something.
Oh. Maybe you will Saturday.
So
I know
all
you got
those-
a plethora of questions. Please keep them coming. I love talking.
out of all the matches that could have been picked for Berkeley Mania between you and Zakar, why a casket match? What made you decide a casket match is the way to go?
Well, let's think about this, right? We've had a ladder match. We've had an Iron Man match. Had a last man standing match. How do you bury someone if not in a casket? Well, I put him in a casket, and in front of everyone, I shut that lid. And as the fans chant, Zakar, no! I shut it. So, that's why. I wanted to hear it. When you shut the lid, it's a final goodbye. It was either that or I burn him alive at the stake, and I don't think that's very legal.
I don't know what happens at the fairgrounds, right?
Oh, you'll see. I have plans.
And that's the scary thing. I don't know if it's scarier that you have plans and you've been putting thought into this, or just the Clay Jacobs that maybe doesn't put the thought in it, that goes where the voices tell him to go, whatever's going on with you.
Maybe the voices never told me what to do. Maybe I just decided to listen.
What?
Maybe you're the one telling the voices what you want to hear, what you want.
Ding, 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 ding.
Maybe.
Oh,
So
maybe you are getting it.
what if by some chance Zakar Shaw is able to get you into that casket and shut the lid?
Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to talk. We don't talk about what ifs. There is no what if Zakar does this, what if Zakar does that. I watched him on this podcast. I watched him. I felt the shrill. He may not show it on the outside because he's but he doesn't understand what he just got himself into. If I were Zakar Shaw, which, like I said, we're very much alike, I would have thought about it instead of using rage to say I accept. Not only did you accept, but you accepted in the heat of a moment before your match. So now you're amped up. But what happens when the thoughts start to swirl? What happens when the thoughts start to become reality? That's a question for you. When your thoughts become a reality and they're scarier than the reality itself, what happens? What do you do? Nothing. There's nothing you can do. I am reality. I am his thoughts. I know I'm his thoughts because he was looking over his shoulder as soon as he won that match. But peekaboo. Other way, bud. So that's my answer to your question. There are no what ifs. But let's think of a fantasy, John. If he does close that lid and it slams shut on Clay Jacobs. What's next? I failed. I should probably just go. Maybe Clay Jacobs just won't exist anymore. Maybe he just goes off and dies in a casket and just sleeps for eternity. That won't happen. But what if? What if? That's my answer.
Yeah, I don't see Clay resting easily either. And I mean, you've got the experience. You do paranormal investigating. You've been to some of the big hot spots. So when it comes to the darkness and spirits, you know, you're very in tune to that. And to expound upon that fantasy, what does happen though? What do you foresee happening if Zakar does shut that lid on you? We know you're not going away. You know you're not going away. What's next?
If
Take some time
Zakar,
off, get some.
if we're going into this territory, Diablo, if he's able to shut the lid on Clay Jacobs, I am done. You will never hear from me. You will never see me ever again. That is a promise. So maybe Zakar Shaw does beat his demons, and guess what else he beats? He beats the demon that is Clay Jacobs. He survives the apocalypse. What comes after the apocalypse? You rebuild. That's my goal, but if he wants to take the mantle as the guy, the apocalypse himself, then go for it. You just got to destroy the apocalypse first. But before creation comes destruction. Always remember that. So that's what happens.
How dark and how far into his own head would Zakar actually have to go to be able to pull out a win for this?
A long time ago, I was in a very brutal match. I had staples pulled out of my head. I had barbed wire wrapped around my neck. You would have to go further beyond that. And maybe even further. Go into your nightmares and pull out your favorite demon. Because if that's the case, that's how far you'll have to go. I am not afraid of anything. I am not afraid of Zakar Shaw. I am not afraid of Gavin Jackson. I am not afraid of anyone on this earth, above or below. I can really be death if you want me to be. I can.
So you've mentioned Peyton and you mentioned Kelly. What made you decide to grab hold of those two?
Originally, they were going to be martyrs for my cause. But in both occasions, Zakar Shaw happened to stop me. And Y Keys happened to stop me. Why them? Why those two? You wouldn't expect it. You would expect someone in the back. You would expect someone with some ability to fight back. No. Originally, I was gonna find a fan. just gonna grab one and just show them who I am. But I'm not trying to be the apocalypse in prison. So I chose work staff. But those work staff were just there. I wanted them to be martyrs, but I didn't particularly choose them. It just happened to be them. And I would love for them to come watch. They need to be close to ringside to watch what's going to happen to Zagar Shaw. Maybe, just maybe. No. Secret. I gotta keep secrets. I can't let out the plan. The roadmap has to stay at least a little scribbled for everybody. That's why.
Well, you definitely have us in suspense. I can tell you that much.
Hold your
I think
breath.
we're going to need to move everybody back for this match because what we've heard, what we've seen, and what you've already done, it's been proven. You don't know what Clay Jacobs is going to do. The apocalypse is here, and he's going to do what he wants. Or maybe
Nobody.
sometimes what he doesn't want.
Oops.
The thing is, you don't know what he's going to do, and I don't know that we can safely. I don't know. I think we need to move the fans back. We know that it's a casket match. These guys can go wherever they want to go. So, I mean, y'all bought your tickets. You want to see the violence. Just, I guess, be safe about it. You know, I mean.
Move the fans back. I mean, like you said, they can go anywhere they want to go. The only safe place is not to be there.
This man just said he wanted, instead of Kelly, instead of Peyton, he wanted to put his hands on a fan and drop him in whatever he's going to do. The mother's embrace. Could we see Gary just splattered out on the fairground floor? No, I'm just putting out a disclaimer. So when he does crush somebody and brings about the apocalypse of one of the WDWA fans, I can say I told you so, and maybe that's going to give us something as far as the insurance claim or whatever we got to do after that point. But
so, Clay, what would you like to say to Zakar?
Oh. There's nothing I'd like to say to him. I want to show him. I've said all I can say. There is no more words that need to be shot back and forth because it's going to be the same rhetoric over and over and over again. Maybe I'll make a little video for everybody after this. Maybe I'll let out the demon one time just so people can see it before the casket match. So, Zakar Shaw, I will say something to you. I will say one thing, okay? Is I want you to sleep tight. Because that bed you're in may be comfy. But the bed I'm going to put you in on Saturday, it's going to feel like death. Oh. Are
Donnie,
we done?
do you have anything else, Donnie?
no, I'm good. This is one of the matches and one of the few times I think going into an event that I've legitimately been scared about what we're going to see in the match.
Well,
I don't know that I want to see it. Obviously I have to. We got to talk about it, however painful it may be, and we'll go with that.
well, Clay, thank you for being here. And
So I got
You
your Jimmy's rustled, Hoss. You got a little crack there, buddy. You okay? I'll see y'all Saturday.
Why, John? Why? The whole time I get on here at 6:30. 6:30, 30 minutes before we ever start the show. Whole time, everything's working fine. You get the Goons on, all this stuff's going on. I can't get on. My internet decides it's going to play games. The whole time. Clay Jacobs comes on, not an issue. Wow.
let's see it. I told you better not leave me on that one.
Oh my boy. Like, why? What? Bane, Jacobs. Oh, good Lord, dude. If you haven't got your tickets for Mania yet, like, get a hold of John, get a hold of Gavin, find somebody. Stand outside the building, camp out.
Myself, one of the trainees, we all have tickets. Gavin can reserve you tickets, and it's going to be something you don't want to miss. But as crazy as everything already is, have you seen what's been going on with AK Bane?
Unfortunately, yes. Yes, I have seen that. And, hashtag free cash. Not like, we're talking about Carter. Free cash is Carter. I'm not giving free cash to anyone, nor is John or anyone, I think, at WDWA, with the exception of maybe JTR. But, yeah. But, look, too, like, what's up? Was that Cash's car that Austin drove off on when we couldn't find Cash? And now we know obviously we saw Cash get abducted and we saw the aftermath of Cash getting abducted, but what about the car? Whose car is that? Is there an
I believe that's Cash's car. And for those who don't know what we're talking about, be sure to go check it out on the WDWA Facebook page, because there have been videos. There was a whole video of Austin working out, and everywhere he looked, he thought he saw AK. He decides in another video that he needs protection. Cash takes him someplace to buy some brass knuckles for his protection. And when Austin comes back, Cash is gone because AK done drug him out of the car and abducted him. And then in another video, AK has Cash tied up in a, I guess, a basement or a dungeon or something.
Yeah, it's like a dark warehouse corner, chained to the wall. Duct tapes his mouth when he wakes up to start screaming for help. And Lord knows, nobody wants to know what happened after that.
So, yeah, definitely. If you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out because there's been a lot has happened since the last show, and it's all on the Facebook page for WDWA. And, I don't know who's catching all this on video, whether it's Juan or whether it's somebody else, but whoever's been catching this video, they've been doing a phenomenal job at it. And I definitely hate to be around when some of these videos have been shot. So
I was gonna say that too. I was like, God bless him. Like, I don't want that job. It's not a job I would want at all. It's
But, as I said, obviously we are talking about Berkeley Mania number 9, ladies and gentlemen. You see it there. You see all the great superstars, Clay Jacobs, the Carshaw. We've talked to both of them. AK Bain, Austin Kingsley, we've talked to the both of them. Tyler Hastings, we've tried to talk to Tyler Hastings, but he absolutely refuses to come on this show live. I don't know. He just thinks he's too good to come on and talk with us live. So I don't know if maybe we'll do a pre-record with him one day, or maybe I don't know. But
I
he
think he's
refuses
gonna
to talk with us.
I think he's going to chill out a little bit. He's had his mind so wrapped up with taking care of this business with Luke McCarron and finally ending the McCarronator. Like it's maybe once that business is settled, we can get Tyler Hastings on here.
But as we already said, this is going to be at the Berkeley County Youth Fairgrounds. You don't want to miss that. Doors are opening 4:30, not 5:30, 4:30. Bell time 5:15. So it's an early start time, early doors open time. Front row and second row are sold out already, ladies and gentlemen. There are no front and second rows left. So general admission tickets, they are available now, $20 a piece. You can get your general admission tickets. You can contact myself. You can contact Scott. You can contact Eisen. You can contact any of the trainees. They all have tickets. I have tickets. And just be sure to get up with us, or just hit up the WDWA page and make a reservation, and Gavin can take care of you from there. And as we've already mentioned, Chavo Guerrero is going to be on hand. You can get $25 photo op, $25 autograph, or a $40 combo. And if you are a wrestler, a commentator, a ring announcer, a manager, whatever, Chavo's going to be doing a seminar, and he is an absolute wealth of knowledge. So $60, that'll be taking place from 1 to 3, August 29th. At the Youth Fairgrounds, $60 a person. Feel free to sign up and, get to pick the brain of Chavo Guerrero. So much there. But before we get into too much more here, let's go ahead and bring in Mr. Andrew Dowdy, going to be joining us again, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead. Welcome, Andrew.
What's up, John and Donnie? How's it going?
What's up? My winning percentage against you. That's what's up, man.
Is that so?
Yeah, I beat you last time.
Good for you. You want a cookie?
I do. I want a cookie. I might want that belt too. Give me the belt and a cookie. Give me a cookie on the belt. We'll do it.
Ain't happening.
So, one of the other things we have to look forward to, gentlemen, at this show is a Hall of Fame induction. The Latin Tornado Andre Suarez going to be inducted into the WDWA Hall of Fame. So WDWA would not exist had it not been started by the Latin Tornado. He poured a lot of time, a lot of blood, and a lot of sweat, and a lot of tears into WDWA prior to moving on up to Ohio and selling to Gavin. But before all that took place, he put a lot into this company, and so it's great to see him going into the Hall of Fame, and he really deserves it. So, that's just another reason to come out to congratulate LT himself and see his induction. So, but gentlemen, let's start off talking, and I don't think I got an actual answer on this. I could be wrong. Let me double check this real quick.
And while you're looking at that, I want to throw in there again, congratulations, LT, Latin Tornado, Andres Suarez. Known the guy for a long time. His back in Cubby Pro, one of the longest running TV champs and everything. His feud with Gavin back then was incredible. Took it right to the end. His attack on Gavin at a Hall of Fame ceremony we were doing then. I can't remember necessarily who it was that year going into the Hall of Fame, but Andres wasn't even supposed to be there, and he showed up and got a hold of Gavin. And I think we had an issue trying to get the theater the next year for the Hall of Fame ceremony. But yeah, good times, and a lot of people. All the stuff that he had to go through getting this company off the ground, and instead of letting it die, selling it off to Gavin. It's a reason. It's part of the reason it's going so strong today. Obviously, not to take anything away from Gavin and what he's been able to do with the company, because we just keep getting bigger and better, it seems like, every year.
Yep.
So the first match we're going to discuss, and by no means is this the smallest match on the card, because really there are no small matches on this card. But the first match we'll go ahead and discuss here is the 2026 Battle Royal. Now, what I was checking, I have been asked by multiple people, how many people are going to be in this Battle Royal? I still don't have an answer to that.
Oh,
Man.
Gavin has
got
not.
the answer earlier.
No, Gavin has not given a definitive number because he wants there to be surprises. He doesn't want us to know everybody who's going to be in it, because there's going to be some surprises, I'm sure. I don't know who they're going to be. Donnie doesn't know who they're going to be. So, we can't tell you who surprises are going to be or how many of them there's going to be, but we can tell you 22 people have already been named. Now, I will kind of run through them really, really quickly here as to who's been named. We won't talk about them individually just because there are so many. We would take all night doing this, and not that I can't sit here and talk. I'm sure all of us here could sit there and talk about this all night long.
I got free
But
time.
to be respectful of the time of you gentlemen, as well as all the fans out there, I'm just going to run through the ones named real quick as they've been named. I mean, not in the order they've been named, but just as they've been named. If they've been named as a tag team, just their tag team, and that way we don't take too much time. But we've got Billy Bowers has been named. We've got CEO has been named. We've got Double Tap has been named. We've got Buckshot Billy.
Buckshot.
The Cell Block Savage Jax.
Hell yeah.
Daryl Diamond. Tamonte White. Bo Ross. The Hustlers.
Levi.
We have Donnie's favorite, Levi Mortalis.
Jesus, that guy.
We have Wraith. We have Jason Curtis. We have Banshee.
Oh, wow.
We have The Helm. We have Tommy Vex. We have The Freak Show. We have Ace Christian. And we have Sean Cannon.
Okay.
All have been named. Now, I know some people may think, well, there's only 18 of them there. You said 22. Yes, there's only 18 slides I showed, but some of them are tag teams that make 22 people that have been named. So, We know there's going to be a lot involved in this matchup. We know, if you've been following, you know that there are some stories involved. One thing I will mention is, as we went through last show, the whole situation between Billy and CEO. That's why Billy was named into this matchup, was because of his little outburst temper tantrum and
Mhm.
screwing CEO over. And he was named into this matchup and told if he does not win, he is fired. So, with that in mind, gentlemen, like I said, I don't want to spend too much time on this because we definitely don't want to go through each one. But who do you think's going to win this battle royal, or do you think it'll be somebody that's a total surprise that isn't even named? So, Andrew, you're first.
Well, first of all, I know who's not going to win it, and that's Billy for sure. Because CEO will probably make sure his ass is tossed out first, probably. But again, not for sure.
Bo Ross don't like him either. He was smart enough to Bo Ross. Bo Ross already said he's going to get his hands on him too.
That's true. That's true. But I mean, there's a lot of people in that match that I want to win. Bo Ross, CEO, Ace Christian.
Sean Cannon.
No. But honestly, I don't
No
actually
Sean
know.
Cannon?
No.
Say you're not picking Levi.
Why not? He's been doing good lately. Levi Grant's been doing good, putting in the work. Even though he's a heel, that's the first time I've ever liked the heel for once. Levi Mortalis is the future, maybe a future world heavyweight champion, I would say. But again, I don't know who's going to win this. I feel like it's good. I feel like I don't know. I have to go with I don't know.
Tick, tick, tick. Come on. Throw it out there. Just give us a name. Tick, tick. He's not in the match, so you can't say him.
Sad.
Well, we don't know. He could be.
He could
wasn't
be. We don't know.
He wasn't supposed to be in the last one either, but he came out, concussion and all.
I mean, I would have to say maybe one of the mystery characters, but again, I don't know.
So you're just gonna go with the mystery guest,
Yep.
okay? Well, and we also don't know. I mean, who knows if Chavo Guerrero is going to be in this thing? He hasn't been announced. He could be.
True.
Right.
True.
So, Donnie, who are you going with?
Oh man, I've already put this out there quite a few times in various chats and stuff like that. So I think everybody knows where I'm going with this one. I know Eddie does, and Andrew, I know you do because we've already been getting into it all week about it. Bib is the new hashtag BIB, believe in Billy, or it could be BIBB, believe in Billy Bowers. Got to go with Billy. I want to kind of go with Levi, so maybe he leaves me alone for a show or two. But I've already said I'm going with Billy, so that's where it's at. Got to go for the underdog. Don't want to see the guy lose his job like this, So let's go Billy Bowers.
That's a mistake.
That feels so bad to say.
I'm really having a hard time with this one myself because there are so many big guys in this. And there's a part of me that wants to go man-child just because who can throw that man-child over the top rope?
No.
I was thinking the same thing. It's like, I've already painted myself in the corner.
Then you have Levi Mortalis, who could possibly throw him over the top rope. I mean, Levi's a big boy himself, so that kind of evens that out a little bit. And, Levi's momentum could carry them both over the top rope. So I don't know. This one's going to be a tough one to call. And based off of the 22 that we've got announced, I mean, I feel sorry for Billy because Billy really does have the most on the line, but I don't know because Sean Cannon will probably be gunning for Billy after
Oh yeah.
after their history. You've got CEO who's going to be gunning for Billy. You've got so many people are going to gun for Billy that there's no way Billy can come out. I don't see it happening. So you know, I'm I'm going with a mystery person too. I don't know who, but I just have a feeling there's somebody sitting in the wings that is going to come out and win this thing that nobody's even thinking of. And so I'm just going to go with a mystery person. And I'm not throwing out a name because, like I said, I'm sure it's somebody nobody's thinking of. So that means even I'm not thinking of them.
And I just want to point out to Levi Mortalis,
Oh,
these
no.
guys actually picked somebody that they don't even know is in the match to win over you. So I'm not the bad guy. These guys didn't pick you.
You chose Billy.
I
I mean,
had to choose
instead of
Billy.
Yeah, at least,
We chose wrestlers. You chose a referee.
yeah.
I mean,
Don't twist this around.
Not just that. I mean, hey, it's at least we mentioned him to the point of saying he could win it, and we
Yeah.
could see that. I even
Yes.
said he could eliminate Manchild.
oh,
You
yeah.
know,
Yeah, and
so
I was thinking about that. Thank God we're up there in the crow's nest and he can't throw Manchild on top of us or Manchild can't throw him on top of us because I'm pretty sure he would be aiming for at least one of the two of us. More than likely me because I think he likes you for whatever reason.
so the first actual match we'll get into here is one, and this is another one. I hope we have the ring reinforced for this match because, oh
There's
my
some
gosh,
background on this one too. You get
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Grimm versus Beastman.
My goodness.
Oh my gosh. We're going to put these two men in the ring together. These two monsters of men.
But he,
And I mean, I know that they have seen each other before, in other places such as Voltage.
the fair show.
Well, the fair show didn't Beastman go against
he went up against
Wolf.
Jabari Wolf.
Vari Wolf?
Yeah, but who did Beastman try to get to fight his battles against Javari Wolf? Little Grim. He kidnapped Little Grim.
That is true. That's correct. I didn't even think about that. See that's why you're paid the big bucks, Donnie.
When my internet works.
Yeah, you should be able to afford your internet with those big bucks. But
Right.
but yeah, I didn't even think about that. That was Grimm's child that Beastman grabbed and put in the ring to fight Javari Wolf for him. So yeah, this is true. These two men, though, both just powerhouses, and I don't know. This is going to be one heck of a match. So Andrew started us out on the last one. So Donnie,
Oof. I'm wondering why this is the second match on the card. Because, like you said, I worry about the structural integrity of the ring after this. Fortunately, some of the matches we won't necessarily need the ring after this. But
well, I'm just throwing matches out there. I
Yeah.
don't know the order of the card by any means. So
yeah, well, so it's possible it's late. But this is, like you said, it's a tough one. I think I've got to go with the revenge factor and the numbers game and go with Mr. Grimm because I think Baby Grimm might make another appearance, but this time obviously she won't be fighting for Beastman.
But I will say this. You mentioned the fact that why would this be the second match on the card? This is one of the few matches that actually needs the ring. So, most of the matches don't even need the ring. But yeah, so and I'm gonna have to agree with you. After grabbing, Grimm's child at the fairgrounds, I think Grimm is gonna come out looking to fight. Well, not that he ever doesn't come out looking to fight, but I think that's going to be extra fuel to the fire. Andrew?
I was gonna say, I wasn't there at the fairgrounds, but I checked it out on Frontline and all that. So it was like, if I was the father of, if I was the father of that kid who got tossed into the ring, then yeah, I would want to get some hits in on the man who did that to my kid. So I gotta agree with all of you. I'm going with Grimm.
All right, so there's one that we are all on the same page with, Mr. Grimm. So the next matchup we're going to talk about here, we have Tyler Hastings versus Luke's hand-picked opponent. Now, last show, Tyler he demanded to know who his opponent was, and the only thing Luke would tell him is Berkeley Mania 9. Made him quite frustrated at this, but we still don't know who that hand-picked opponent is. I thought maybe we would see a post before Berkeley Mania. Maybe Gavin would say, look, okay, let's give the guy a shot to really prepare. Let's give him a chance to know who his opponent's going to be and actually put it out there. But we haven't seen that. I actually spent Saturday at Canal Days at a tent for WDWA. I spent the whole day with Luke, and I kept saying, man, who's going to be your opponent, Luke? Who's going to be his opponent? Come on, let me in on this. And he's, nope, not telling you. He would not crack as to who his opponent's going to be. The only answer I could get was Berkeley Mania 9. So I don't know who this mystery opponent's going to be, but I think that's a disadvantage for Tyler Hastings, because how can you prepare for somebody you don't know? Exactly. I mean,
put him through our announce table. It's happened before. I mean,
it has, but I mean,
hate to keep bringing it up, but
who are you
obviously
preparing
we keep
for?
Forgetting.
I mean, who are you preparing for, though? Are you preparing for Mr. Grimm, or are you preparing for Xander Payne? I mean, you don't know who you're preparing for.
Some of the fans have had some great guesses out there. I saw somebody put up there, the entrance video from, the Marcus Kane. Oh. Maybe Kane's making his return. You're right. I mean,
I don't know, because as far as I know, DeMarcus is still hurt. So I don't know for sure, though. I haven't actually talked to him or anything. So, but I'm going to have to give this one to the mystery opponent, because
of course
I don't know who that is. But like I said, how do you prepare for somebody you don't know? So, Andrew,
I mean, just like John said, it could literally be anyone. Heck, who knows? It could even be Beastman that Tyler Hastings might face. It may be Bo Ross. Heck, who even knows? Gavin might even have Billy face Tyler Hastings, but who even knows if that'll even happen?
Could be Gavin
Be
himself.
LT. Could be
Exactly.
Gavin. That's what
Could
I was
be
going to say. Could be Gavin. Could be LT.
It could be Gavin's wife. Who even knows? But again, Luke seems very confident in his picking, so I got to go with Luke's surprise opponent. Luke's
All right. Donnie?
Tyler Hastings. Easy enough. I mean, you guys keep going with these mystery opponents. I'm going with the guys I know who can pull it off, and I
going with
believe
the man
in Tyler.
Okay.
Well, but the
He's
thing
got
is,
he's got a supply of hurt he wants to put on Luke, and we've seen how motivated he is to finally get that opportunity. So I think
the
he's
mystery
finally gonna get that
opponent
this Saturday.
is anybody in that locker room. So, that mystery
And we don't
opponent
know who
could be
owns the
Levi
locker room.
Mortalis.
Could be.
Well, and
Could be.
and
I'm just
see
kind of
that-
betting it's not going to be someone we saw.
so that means technically you've gone against Levi Mortalis twice now.
If Levi comes out, then we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But I'm betting that we're not going to see somebody pull some double duty and be in the battle royal and then come out again. Could be wrong, but regardless,
So-
my pick doesn't change. It's Hastings.
So see, by going mystery opponent, and it could be Levi Mortalis as a mystery opponent, that means that Andrew and I actually picked Levi for one match, and not you, and you didn't. So
Yeah.
see, there we go.
Well,
I mean, Luke,
I got to give the first mystery opponent thing in the battle royal. That's smart because you've got 4 guys, so you're basically making 4 picks when I've already locked into one. So you definitely have a better chance of coming ahead on that one.
I mean,
I think you're going to be disappointed with the outcome of this one, though. It's going to be Tyler Hastings, no matter who it is in there. It's going to be
Luke
Tyler
kept
Hastings.
saying Berkeley 9. I mean, I feel like I know who it is. And if it is who I think it is, Berkeley Mania 9 is going to be on fire, baby. That's going to be interesting.
Drop
to
it.
see.
Drop that name. Who do you think it's going to be? Susie's already dropped like a dozen names over here. So
Luke kept saying Berkeley 9. Where is Berkeley Mania 9? In Martinsburg, West Virginia. And who's in Martinsburg, West Virginia? None other than Mr. Martinsburg. I feel like Jordan Evans could be the man.
that's a stretch, but
Yeah,
thanks for explaining your math on the page there.
yeah, well, that's true. I mean, you did explain that, but where has he even been? We haven't seen him forever, and so is he even still a part of the locker room?
I don't know. I mean, it makes sense when he explained through it. If you were just to throw out the name Jordan Evans, I would have called you all kinds of different, derivatives of stupid or imbecile or whatever. Because I'm like, out of all the names you could pull,
But also, why would Luke even pick Jordan Evans? I mean, last time we saw him, he lost to him. So
Maybe.
I mean, so why pick Jordan? That I don't know. I'm not saying that it couldn't happen, but so next matchup, you've got the grudge match, Y Keys versus the Love Machine, Chulo Montana. Now, keep in mind, and I'm sure I'll hear something when I throw this out there. Keep in mind, this matchup is not for the light heavyweight championship. Y Keys does not qualify for the light heavyweight championship weight class. I'm sure there are plenty of people out there who say, what do you mean he doesn't? That's what I've been told. He does not qualify for it. He is over the light heavyweight weight class. Chulo weighs less than he does, and he does qualify for it. That's what I've been told. So if you have any questions about that, contact Gavin. Don't ask me because I don't know. That's what I've been told. And I'm sure Gavin appreciates the fact I've thrown him under the bus on that one.
probably so.
But, So
He's the one with the answers. We always get more questions than we get answers.
but yeah, so I mean this grudge match, it's gonna be an interesting match. We have seen these two as tag team partners. We have seen them being the best of friends. We had the question a little while back, are they still friends? We had the question, what has become of Sexy and Blessed now that Chulo is still hated and Waikiki is loved by the crowd. What has become of this? And we finally got the answer that Chulo feels like Waiki's a sellout. He says, don't get me wrong, you're still my boy, but you're a sellout. And you're not the same Waiki's I knew. And so they aren't on the same page anymore by any means. And we're going to see this one come head to head and find out who is truly the best of Sexy and Blessed. So, with that in mind, Andrew, your pick, sir.
Chulo's been playing mind games and all that with Y-Keys and all that, including at the last event, August 8th, when he was commentary with you that whole night.
Don't remind me.
I'm glad you said that, Andrew. I was so waiting to say that. Again, in my head, and that's a dangerous place to be, but I was so going to mention that. I was like, this man cannot choose against Chulo Montana, who was filled in for me on a commentary last show. So you go ahead.
Well, more likely, Chulo says that Y-Keys changed. But I mean, Chulo has also changed as well. Technically, it's not just Y-Keys. All of them both of them were former tag team champions, unstoppable. And then until they lost the tag team titles, then started to go downhill. And Chulo has the audacity to say that he changed. He changed, and look what he's done. He is now the 2026 Holy Grail winner and can cash in for any championship he wants. And well, if Y-Keys was in the weight class, imagine that grudge match becoming a championship match if he was in the weight class, unfortunately. But I gotta go with my boy Y-Keys.
All right. So, Donnie.
Oh, I was kind of hoping you would go next so I could, man, I don't want to pick this one. I don't want to go, don't want to miss out on one. Can't give you guys, a freebie on that one. No free spaces on this bingo card. Damn. If I say anything about Keys, he's going to pop up in the chat. I already know that. And John knows that too. I'm going to obviously hear about it when I walk through the door. You know what? Chulo. It's Chulo. Chulo's going to retain the title.
Yeah.
All right. I had a feeling that's who you were going to go with. But,
Any minute now.
and for me, this has been a back and forth battle between these two, but both men really are on a win streak, but Y-Keys' win streak is because, well, he's actually winning his matches. Chulo's win streak is because he's cheating to win. So, I'm going to have to go with Y-Keys because both of these men know each other so well. And Y-Keys knows all the tricks that Chulo can pull out. So he knows what to watch out for. And, he's got a rocket ship just strapped to his back, I tell you. And who knows where that rocket ship's going to stop? And I don't think Chulo's going to be the one to stop that rocket ship. So I'm going with Y Keys.
I don't know. I think that rocket's going to come crashing down in Montana this Saturday.
Well, we'll see.
Yep.
But the next matchup we're going to talk about here, and this is going to be another heck of a matchup. I don't know how anybody can pick anybody in this match.
Mm.
Javari Wolf versus Jamie Hall for that Mid-Atlantic Championship. We've seen these two go at it. They put on a heck of a fight, a lot of back and forth, and several times it looked like Javari was going to pull it out, but a few times it looked like Jamie Hall was going to pull it out. And then in the end, everybody thought Javari had won it. You know, we saw the 1, 2, 3, and it was over. And Javari grabbed the title, crowd's cheering, everybody's happy. And, you know, even I'm sitting there, you know, that was the Mid-Atlantic reign of Jamie Hall is done. And all at once, no. Both men's shoulders were down for the 3 count. Therefore, by rule, nobody won. And Jamie Hall retains. That crowd was so deflated. I mean, it was like somebody done stuck a pin in the balloon, you know? And so now we're going to see another take on this and see who comes out victorious with that title. And I don't know how anybody can pick a winner on this one. So, I tell you, Donnie, I want to hear some thoughts on it.
You know what? I first off want to say y'all can thank your lucky stars for this match happening. And by lucky stars, I'm specifically talking about our GM, Jimmy Stars. Again, I don't think we have the clip right now, but immediately after the aftermath of what you were talking about outside, there was a confrontation. Jimmy gets involved. He makes the match on the spot. That's where we're standing now. Jamie Hall, easily Jamie Hall. I don't know at this point how you could go against Hall. You saw what he did to Ranchan Carlson. You know, Jamie Hall's said to become the greatest Mid-Atlantic champion we've had possibly in the history of this company. You know, and the reign's just getting started. So it's not going to end anytime soon. Jamie Hall's my pick. Like there was any question to that. It's Jamie Hall.
Well, you know, honestly, for myself, I think Javari Wolf almost had Jamie Hall beat last time. And, you know, we even saw where, you know, Jamie tried to put Javari to sleep and it didn't work. And so I think Javari is, this time he's going to make sure that his shoulders aren't on the mat when he puts Jamie Hall's shoulders on the mat. And he's going to make sure that when you hear that 1, 2, 3 this time, it's definitive that there's a winner, and that winner will be Javari Wolf coming out victorious with being the new Mid-Atlantic champion against Jamie Hall. So I am going to take Javari Wolf on this one. Andrew?
I will give Donnie this. Jamie is very talented. Multiple accolades, multiple wins, but always having to take in that one little cheap shot, whether if it's a low blow, poke to the eyes, just to be able to win. And yes, Jamie Hall has beaten people. But has Jamie Hall ever beaten Beastman? I don't think he has. Javari Wolf
He's not
has.
fighting Beastman.
No, I know, but I'm just saying. Javari Wolf is on a whole nother level. He's been stacking his wins from what I've seen lately. And if it wasn't for the second referee noticing that both shoulders were down, then Javari would have walked out Mid-Atlantic champion. But, you know, like you said, both shoulders were on the ground, double pinfall, title goes back to the champion. But I know if Javari got his shoulders down for at least 3 seconds, I know he can do it again. I'm going with my dog. I'm going with Javari Wolf.
All right, so we got 2 for Javari and leaving Donnie out on the island by himself on this one.
That's fine. I'll win. I'll have a clean sweep again. I will have another perfect score for Berkeley Mania and beat both of you and remind you of the sorry picks y'all just made tonight. We can play back the episode.
So the
And
next
James here,
matchup,
by the way, so he already knows your picks. So don't be trying to change this come Berkeley Mania. I don't want to hear it. Neither does Jamie. We already know where you guys like. As a matter of fact, if Jamie wants to come up, maybe put John to sleep before the match. That way, you know.
and I will say he is correct there that Billy is the one that counted both shoulders down, and Billy is the one that said, nope, both shoulders were down. So there was no second ref. He is correct in that.
Not bad.
And honestly, you know how much it pains me to have to say Jamie Hall is correct on anything.
You say that a lot, though.
Yeah.
You should just be used to it by now.
But we'll see what happens there. Our next matchup that we're going to talk about here is going to be a fans bring the weapons match. Now, I believe, looking at this, I believe all matches from here on out have a stipulation to them, basically.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, we only need the ring for a very short period of time.
So we have a fans bring the weapons match. Short of a knife or gun, okay, or a blowtorch, fans bring whatever weapons you'd like to this show. As long as it's not actually going to kill somebody, please keep that in mind. But bring a weapon, and one of these ladies, and I use that word loosely with this match, will be able to grab your weapon and use it legally. There's no countouts. There's no disqualifications. This match can go anywhere. Now, the pinfall does have to take place in the ring. So actually you do need a ring for it, but it can still go anywhere in this arena. So even if you're sitting up in the stands, the general admission seats, bring a weapon because they can use it legally and they won't be counted out while using it because there's no count out.
I got something real good for that match. If you guys want to see. It ain't a real sword. It's made out of wood.
Oh. I thought maybe you were going to pull out your canoe paddle again.
Yeah, I was thinking canoe paddle.
Yeah, sadly that's gone, unfortunately.
But keep in mind now for this matchup, going into this matchup, believe it or not, Tiffany Grady will have been champion for 448 days. No one has been able to dethrone her. So it's gonna be a tall task to dethrone Tiffany Grady in this matchup. But there has been so much back and forth battle between these two. I mean, we have seen them fight time and time again. We saw Scarlett fight for this title against Tiffany, and Tiffany was able to overcome the odds at that point, and she ended up falling all the way back down to the bottom and clawing her way back to the top, which she said she was going to do. And she was able to do it. And she is bound and determined. She is walking out victorious with that title. And honestly, I can see her actually doing it and becoming our new women's champion. And being the one to dethrone Tiffany Grady. So I'm actually going to go with Scarlett on this matchup because I see her doing it, and it's going to be a heck of a matchup no matter what. And the fact that I know a lot of people think, well, but you got to account for Jason Curtis. You got to account for Sage Santiago, so it's really a 3-on-1, but you also got to account for all those weapons that the fans are going to bring. And yes, Tiffany can use them too, but I don't know. I just see this being more of a matchup that favors Scarlett than favors Tiffany. And I think Scarlett's going to walk out victorious. So, Andrew, your thoughts?
Tiffany Grady has walked around with that championship for too long now. She is a great athlete, I'll give her that. But every time when she has to defend her title, who is by her side? Big boy Jason Curtis and her little assistant, Sage. Or personal concierge, ring announcer? I don't even know. But with the stipulation of the match being a fans bring the weapons match, not only can Scarlett use these against Tiffany, but she could also use it against Sage and Jason Curtis if they decide to get into the equation. But I feel like after the last time when Scarlett faced Tiffany, this match is going to be way different. So I'm choosing Scarlett and your new women's world champion.
All right. We probably don't need to ask, but we need to give Donnie his time to kiss up to Tiffany. So Donnie,
Yep.
Your pick.
450 something days is what it's going to be by Saturday, Sunday morning. It's going to be Tiff. Now I got to agree with some of the points you both made. I don't think that this is going to, and people keep talking over in the comments about get Sage away from the ring, get Jason Curtis away from the ring. You don't need to. They don't even got to be in the ring. There's more than enough weapons, I'm sure, that's going to be floating around. We've seen one of them. God knows what else is going to be there. But plenty of weapons around. So you think Sage is going to want to get anywhere near anything with these weapons being involved? No. Is Jason, we don't even know what condition Jason's going to be at based off when the Rumble occurs in this. So, when the Battle Royal rather occurs, he might not be able to compete after that. We don't know yet. So I do think this is a chance for Tip to finally shut everybody up, show that she doesn't need the help, and remain our longest reigning champion and our queen, Temptatious Tiffany Grady. So there we go. Alone on my little island again.
Well, which is where you've stayed most of the night tonight. Maybe that's why your internet didn't work so well at the beginning, because you don't have good reception out there on that island.
Maybe so.
So the next matchup that we're going to talk about, I'm not so sure that I know much about. Well, I'm assuming what this matchup is, but I don't know for sure. Ranch Hand Carlson versus JTR in a pig pen match.
Oh,
I'm assuming that is going to be street fight rules.
maybe.
That's what I'm thinking. And since it's at the fairgrounds, we're calling it a pig pen match. I don't think we're actually going to take it out to the pig pen. I don't
It's
think.
just right outside the back door. I don't know when it's been used last, but we know where it is. And the goat cage is over there on the.
I know where it's been used last. Berkeley
Oh.
County Fair just took place the week before last.
Oh, great. So it's even fresher, and it's been raining a little bit. So it's got that wet and then reheated. It's going to be wonderful.
Well,
Do we have
actually, maybe it was a
personnel
little soon.
besides.
Maybe it's been a little longer than that, because it was the same night that our last show was, I believe, was the Berkeley County Fair. But still, it's been used this month.
It's
So,
still only a couple weeks there. Yeah, and it's, I don't know. Hopefully maybe they cleaned it out. I don't know if.
But as small as that part of the arena is, it's not going to fit our crowd. So I don't foresee us going over there for that matchup, because we wouldn't fit everybody. So I'm sure it's a street fight rules basically type thing. But I'm not sure. So Andrew, your thoughts here.
As soon as I saw that match popped up on the page, I was like, "Oh, now they're really going to get down and dirty on this match." But again, we don't actually know if they will actually go in or near the pen. You could be right, John. It could just be a normal street fight, but we'll never know. But I know that what a ranch hand did, talking like he got to meet JTR at the fairground, which was awesome. I mean, I wish I could meet that JTR. That JTR looks better than the other one. But more likely,
Of course, keep in mind too that the barn that we are in is the show barn. So all the animals got to go through the show barn. So at some point, our barn was a pig pen. So
Yeah. But more likely, JTR mocking the ranch hand. No, that's going a little much, kind of. But if I know ranch hand, he's gonna want to get a few hits and hits there, and all that. And since it's a street fight, there's technically no rules. So I'm going with the ranch hand Carlson.
All right. So we have one for ranch hand. Donnie?
Donnie, you're muted. You're muted.
I am muted. Good catch.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it wasn't a good catch. Maybe I wanted to be quiet. I don't want anybody to hear this pick either. And again, it's remarkable how, I had all these issues earlier on in the show, despite coming on early with the goons who I wanted to talk to, and then everything works just fine by the time we get to Clay. And now, these picks. Damn. All right. Tick. I got to go with Carlson.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
I'll explain. I will look at everything going on with money and power right now. You know,
Okay.
the plan was laid out. It's obviously went down a side road. You know, Cash isn't going to be there.
Nope.
We don't even really know where Cash is. We know what has Cash. Bane's going to be there. We know that. So Austin clearly doesn't want to do anything until he's so worried about Bane. We've seen the videos. We've seen what he's going through in his mind. The helm is already going to be in action that night. So again, we don't know what condition they're going to be after that. So if all the troops are healthy and ready and that's what their mind's on, then yeah, all day long, JTR. But a pissed off Carlson in a kind of filthy match that's honestly below JTR. I gotta hand it to Carlson. This is more in his wheelhouse anyway. You know, JTR is used to owning the farm, not working on it. So
And don't talk about, trying to kiss JTR's butt now. It's too late for that, Donnie. You've already picked Carlson.
yep.
So, you've already lost the extra money to upgrade your internet, and it's too late. We all know you done picked Carlson. You turned your back on money and power, and wow.
Right now it's money, but Bane says there's no
I
power.
must-
So I gotta go with Bane on that one.
There must really be a bad connection issue when I hear you pick against money and power, because something's not right. But, and Susie wants to know if there will be live pigs. Well,
Ooh, I hope
money
so.
and power is going to be there, so I don't know why there wouldn't be. It's that simple. But, Beans, I'm not trying to kiss anybody's butt, and I'm not looking for extra money for internet connections. I can confidently say that I believe Ranch Hand Carlson will take this one against JTR. Normally I would look at the numbers issue, but like it's been pointed out, I don't think the numbers issue is going to be as big a factor because of the fact that the helm is in this battle royal, and you don't have to wonder what AK is going to do because, well, AK has made it pretty clear that he's not part of money and power anymore. So he says they're money and no power. And, well, as far as Cassius, who knows if he'll be out of the basement by then. And so, I mean, I don't think money and power is going to be a force to be reckoned with. And I am going with Ranch Hand on that.
That's like the second time that we all agreed, right? Pretty sure.
Yeah, something like that. So
It means y'all at least got two right.
Yeah.
our next matchup that we're going to talk about will be
Oh.
a four-way tag team elimination match where
Wow.
we are going to see the Sigma males versus This Is War versus the Goons versus UCK. And this matchup, it's going to be tough for anybody to win because it is a four-way elimination match.
Mhm.
And so you have to outlast three other teams, no matter how you look at it. I
Yeah.
mean, three teams have to be pinned, submitted, counted out, disqualified, something, in order to win this thing. And it's going to be a tall task for any one of these teams to do. I mean, this is War. We know they are a dominant tag team. They're great together. And I could see them coming out victorious. Sigma males, obviously, they've been very dominant tag team ever since they got back together. They've been something to watch. The Goons, they travel all over this world, and they are used to being in matches where the odds are stacked against them. And then UCK, and we don't know if Lady Glory is going to be there or not. We haven't seen her announced to be there. But obviously UCK is in the house. There's a chance Lady Glory is going to be in the house. So definitely, you'll have to keep your eyes in your back of the head to watch out for her. So there is going to be a numbers game there. This one is a tough one to call. It really, really is. And I see this going one of two ways, though, in all honesty. And I'm not sure which way to call it yet. But either I could see the Sigma males coming out victorious in this. But if they do, I see that because the helm interferes and takes out the Goons. Or I see the Goons coming out victorious. One of those two. But of course, even if the Goons come out victorious, I look for the helm to step up and say, we want a shot. It's so hard to pick, though, out of who will come out victorious in this one. But I think I'm going to go with the Goons. I really do. As hard of a decision as that is, because like I say, I could totally see the helm deciding, okay, let's get our payback on the Goons who defeated us and interfering, but I think the Goons can come out and win this thing. So, Andrew, your pick, sir.
I mean, honestly, it's hard for me to pick. Honestly, as long as it ain't the UCK, I'm fine with whoever wins. But if I had to choose between the three teams that I would like to see win and all that, I don't know, man. I mean, I like This Is War. I really do. They are talented. They've been around for a good while. The Sigma males got back together, been doing amazing in tag team action and all that. And then the Goons, came around, done some matches, won them, did what they said they were going to do. Man, this is tough for me. You know what? I'm gonna pull a Susie Haas. I'm going with the Sigma males.
All right. So Andrew is going Sigma males. Donnie?
Man, listening to your comments, I've honestly in my mind went through every team and this is my lock. This is my lock. And then, hearing you bring up what you brought up about the helm, that didn't even factor into my imagination. So I'm like, yeah, damn, he may be right about that. Because for a while I was thinking about the Goons. Obviously, I thought about the Sigmas for a while as well. Fuerte's been all over the place here lately. Fuerte's literally been on fire. We know what the Goons can do. Everybody's counting out our tag champs, though. And, they didn't even get the introduction as being our tag champs, UCK, when we brought this match up. Glory, again, we don't know if she's going to be there. But even if she is in an elimination tag match, especially at the start, she's not going to play really any part of it. You've got all those other teams there. You've got, 8 people standing around the ring to keep eyes on her. So if it came down to UCK and one of the other teams, then yes, she's going to play a factor in it. But I don't think at the start of it, or even the middle, she's really going to be able to play a part with that many eyes being on her. That being said, I hate it, but I'm going to go with John. And I got to say, I got a feeling that the Goons are going to pull this one out.
All right. So Andrew on the island by himself on this one. So let's see here. We only have 2 matches left to talk about. And the casket match. The Exiles, the Shaw versus the Apocalypse, Clay Jacobs. Yeah, that's it. Clay Jacobs. With special guest referee Jimmy Stars.
You think Jimmy just put himself in that match so, like, if Clay kills him, he doesn't have to have anything to do with the Bane match afterwards? That's what I'm thinking.
Actually,
now. Smart about
it. Jimmy, you were there when Jimmy said last show that Gavin is the one that put him in that position. So, but I wouldn't even call him special guest referee. He's more, I guess, of a special guest enforcer because there are no rules to this matchup. The only rule is you have to be in the casket and the lid shut. That's it. That's the only rule. That's the only way you can win. I mean, no disqualification. It doesn't. I mean, I guess you could drag the casket into the ring and end it in the ring, but for the most part, you figure it's not going to end in the ring. It's not a 3 count. It's just got to be in there and the lid shut. So he's more of an enforcer just to enforce the ending, I guess, than anything. But
like you said, he's just there to raise the arm of whoever wins at the end. Obviously, everybody's going to know when the casket lid shuts.
So this one here is going to be something else to watch. And, we've heard from Zakar, and I think that was before we knew it was a casket match, obviously. But, we heard from Clay tonight. Definitely going to be, it's not going to be for the faint of heart. I can tell you that. So Andrew, your thoughts, sir?
This Clay Jacobs, who has once again been reawakened. I haven't seen this in a good maybe 2-3 years since like that one Berkeley Mania night where him and Clay went to war in a no disqualifications match for the World Heavyweight title. This is that Clay Jacobs. Now, I'm not saying Zakar's not talented. Many accolades, former 2-time WDWA heavyweight champion, former tag team champion. Forgive me if I forget any other championship accolades. But more likely, Clay is not in his headspace. He says that he's telling the voices what to do, but I feel like those voices are really getting to him. That man is on a whole nother level of horror, and it's been a while since I've seen that. I have respect for Zakar. I just don't see him. The only way I see him going out is by in the casket. I have to choose Clay Jacobs.
All right, so Andrew has Clay, and Donnie, your thoughts, sir?
this is another time when, I would want the internet to glitch so I don't have to make this pick. Because neither. We know there's going to be blood. There's going to be carnage.
Yep.
It's not going to be for the faint of heart.
Ain't gonna be pretty.
Yeah, we aren't guaranteeing anyone's safety, I don't think, during this, even and up to including ours. There's not going to be an area, I think, anywhere on that side of Martinsburg that's going to be safe from these guys. And it's tough. We had Zakar on, and we know how fired up Zakar is for this. And obviously, we just had Clay on. I think I got to go with Zakar on this. He's I feel like legitimately fighting for his life, and I think that's the headspace he's got himself in, where he knows this is survival. This isn't a match. There's no belts on the line. This is honestly this man's survival. Like, he's going to live or die. He's going to hear the Clay's going to kill you chant, and it's not a situation I'd want to be in. I'll tell you that much.
Well, and Andrew, you said, we haven't seen this Clay Jacobs in a while, and honestly, I have to disagree. I don't think we've ever seen this level of Clay Jacobs. I think this Clay Jacobs goes darker and goes deeper than any Clay Jacobs we've ever seen. And, but at the same time, we've seen a Zakar Shaw that can go dark. We've seen a Zakar Shaw that can go down and gritty. I mean, Zakar hit Clay Jacobs with his car. He tried to run him over and kill him. I mean, you can debate the killing part, but he tried to run him over, which most of the time, if you're trying to run somebody over, you're trying to kill him. So, he's tried to kill Clay before. He's broken Clay's ankle. We've seen him do some things that people could consider diabolical. And honestly, he's going to have to go to that dark place within himself if he's going to win this match. He's not going to be able to come out and be the Zakar Shaw that everybody knows now. He's not going to be the fun-loving Zakar Shaw, the one that, kissing the babies and shaking the hands. He's going to have to be the true exile Zakar Shaw that we used to know, if not even worse, in order to win this. But I think he can do it. And I can see Clay driving Zakar little by little to being that person. And I think Zakar Shaw just hits his absolute breaking point and somehow ends up victorious in this matchup. I'm still not sure exactly how he's going to do it, but then again, I wouldn't have thought Zakar would try to run Clay over with his car either when he did. So, but I think I'm going to go with Zakar on this one, and it's going to be a heck of a match, though. And actually, it's not even going to be a match. It's going to be a heck of a fight. And I'm not even sure that's the word.
A fight to the death, apparently.
But the final matchup we have to talk about now, gentlemen. You know, I haven't really played a lot of the video. Well, I haven't played any of the videos tonight, simply because of the time factor, and we are running overtime. But if I did upload it, which I know I attempted to, but with the gremlins we've had tonight, I do want to play this one video real quick that I know it's been on Frontline, and we do have an official word on this. So.
Yeah, you tell that idiot he's got about 10 minutes to call me back. Oh, he's definitely going to want to hear what I got to say tonight. I got to go. You know, with a little over a week away from Berkeley Mania 9, JTR should be sitting here. I should be relaxing. I should have my feet propped up. I should be excited about the All Money and Power main event. About having full control of WDWA's biggest show of the year. The main event, All Money and Power. I had it all laid out. And one guy who I never even imagined, I never thought in a million years he would be the one. He stabbed me in the back. AK Bane, 3 years ago, I found you on the streets of New York and you were nothing. I took you to the top, pal. I got you the heavyweight championship of the world. You were the biggest monster in the company. I gave you everything, invested all the resources in you, and this is how you repay JTR. You stabbed me right in the back. You know, I just can't. I've lost so much sleep over it. I'm up every night. I'm replaying all the things I've done for you, and I just can't even fathom why you would do it. But it hit me today. It hit me. You're a monster, and you're an egotistical monster. You're selfish, pal. You're selfish, and you couldn't be a team player for once. It's all about you, clearly. So this coming Saturday night in Martinsburg, West Virginia, I promise you, I don't care how much it costs me. If it's every dollar, Austin Kingsley is going to pin you 1, 2, 3, and you will not leave West Virginia with that heavyweight championship. And you mark my word, because when you bite the hand that feeds you, there's consequences. And that's exactly what you've done. It's exactly what you've done. And I can promise you, just like all the other hillbillies, you say you know the playbook. Well, clearly you don't know it. Because if you did, you'd realize there's only 3 letters in this entire world that matter. And that's J-T. Oh, hold on. Hey, Gavin. How you doing, buddy? So listen. Look, I'll make it real quick for you. Real quick, real easy. You remember that contract we signed at Berkeley Mania? Before Berkeley Mania? Yeah. Well, look, I know. Look, just listen, hear me out. So my lawyers in New York, they've had a stipulation added. Oh, no, it's legit. As a matter of fact, check your door, because FedEx should be dropping off the updated version of the contract. So you might want to go ahead and let everyone know. That's right. I did it. He hung up on me.
So, with seeing that, a lot of people wondered what JTR has up his sleeve. What could JTR possibly have gotten done now? Well, if you haven't heard by now, the answer is falls count anywhere for this heavyweight championship match. Austin Kingsley versus AK Bane in a falls count anywhere match. fall doesn't have to take place in the ring. The fall can take place up in the stands. The fall can take place over in the pig pen. The fall can take place out on the fairgrounds. The fall can take place up next to where Donnie and I will be, along with Steve. You know, who knows where that fall can take place? That fall could probably take place out in the middle of the street out there somewhere, you know, going into the fairgrounds, or maybe even out on 81. Who knows where they could fight to?
VA hospital's like a
All
block
out
away.
anywhere. Yeah, really. So, I mean, it's going to be interesting. And I don't know where this fall is going to take place at. But one thing for sure, it's going to be a hell of a fight. So, Donnie, fire us off.
Of course. You know, and it's got to be tough. I know it's tough when you've laid out all these plans and everything seems to be going according to those plans, and you're riding that high. You're, you know, on top of the mountain, pressed in the wave, and then all of a sudden everything comes crashing down. So he's pivoted. He added the stipulation that this is now a Falls Count Anywhere match, but I don't see that helps. Do either of you think this changes anything, or does this just really? I think, and John and I believe we talked about it on the last show. There's not a stipulation that I feel comfortable adding in that's going to take any advantage away or skew that away from AK Bane, especially now that he's firmly in that head. He's got a hostage. I can't go against Bane. I'd be crazy to go against Bane. You'd be crazy to go against Bane. We gave him ideas. I hope he doesn't show up there. If he does, I'm on my way out the door. You can stay there and finish the call. I do not fly, and that's a long way down. So I yeah, Bane.
We'll let Steve finish it.
I hate it. You know, I do. I hate that I'm having to go against, again, Money and Power, JTR, and my bud Austin Kingsley. But this is the monster you guys, you know, created. So,
you know, in all honesty, I never thought a stipulation would be good for Money and Power. Never. And yes, in a way, Falls Count Anywhere, how can that be good for Money and Power? But you know what? And it's not often that I do this. When you think about JTR, you think about what JTR has said, you think about everything JTR has been through lately. One thing JTR is going to make sure does not happen in this matchup is for that championship title to go with AK Bane when he walks away from Money and Power. He said, you know, he said in that video that he would put out any money necessary to make sure that title stayed with Money and Power. These plans have blown up left and right in JTR's face lately. And I think JTR will he'd spend his last dollar if he had to make sure this plan doesn't blow up in his face. And so for that reason, it's hard to tell what JTR could buy. I mean, at one point, JTR was buying AK Bane. JTR bought the Helm. JTR bought Austin Kingsley. everything JTR has been able to buy, I don't see him not spending the money to assure that Kingsley is victorious in this matchup. So for that reason, I don't see AK Bane walking out with that title. And I see Austin Kingsley being victorious for this matchup. And so I'm going to go with Kingsley. And
Yeah.
it's not often that I go with money and power.
We swapped.
Yeah,
But
there
that's
must have
good.
been something opened up in this internet connection tonight. You know, Donnie's going against money and power, and I'm going for money and power.
That's good though, because if Bane comes up there, he's going to be going for you. I got a little more time to slide back out that door.
So, Andrew, it's up to you, buddy.
Man. I don't know what was going on through JTR's head. I was expecting the whole stipulation to be like, oh, you know, JTR is a special guest referee. That's what I was expecting. You literally made the dumbest decision of all. Because technically, if Kingsley wanted to, in a normal match, he could just get himself counted out. You know, lose the match to Bane and then retain the title. But now, thanks to JTR, he can't get counted out. And he could be pinned or submitted anywhere inside or even outside of the arena. Bane's a beast, and he's been causing mayhem. The fans chanting for him. I never actually thought I would actually be chanting for AK Bane. And that's a shocker for me. I'm going with the monster. I'm going with AK Bane.
All right, looks like I am on the island on that one. And with that, gentlemen, that brings us to the end of Berkeley Mania. You know, well, the end of our picks for Berkeley Mania, that is, because Berkeley Mania is set to begin this Saturday night. You know, as we've said a few times already, it will take place at the Berkeley County Youth Fairgrounds. You know, I can't stipulate that enough. There has been a few times there's been venue changes and people have gone to the wrong venue. Heck, there was even one night that Susie and I showed up a week early for matches one time, you know, so
Yeah.
we've done it ourselves. So this Saturday night, Berkeley Mania, Berkeley County Youth Fairgrounds. Doors will open 4:30 p.m. It's an hour earlier than normal. Bell time 5:15. Hour earlier than normal. Be sure you make that adjustment. If you show up at 5:30 thinking the doors are just opening, you're already 15 minutes late for bell time and you've missed the start of the show. Probably missed at least one match by then. Who knows? But definitely 4:30 doors open, 5:15 bell time. General admission are all the tickets that's left. $20 a piece. Be sure to hit up myself, hit up Scott, hit up Eisen, hit up Wyatt, hit up any of the trainees. They will be more than happy to sell you a ticket. We all have tickets, $20 a piece. You know, they're general admission tickets up there in the stands. But as we've said, these matches, a lot of them can go anywhere in this place. So even if you're up in the stands, they may be in your lap. So don't be surprised. you know, it's going to be one heck of a night, and you're not going to want to miss it because Chavo Guerrero will be on hand for a meet and greet. And, you know, the induction of LT and everything, it's going to be a night not to miss. But, you know, that has not been all of the big announcements lately. Because even past Berkeley Mania, there's been a big announcement made.
Oh.
You know, I don't know if you gentlemen happened to catch the announcement that O'Shea Edwards will be coming to WDWA on September 12th. Now, I know some people may not know who O'Shea Edwards is. You know, the people who pay attention only to WWE, you know, they may not know who O'Shea Edwards is, but O'Shea Edwards has been a former ROH wrestler. He was a former NWA wrestler.
Wow.
And, you know, so he's been around. He really is a great wrestler to check out. If you haven't heard of him, you know, just Google him and you'll find matches of him out there, and you'll get to see his resume and everything. And so he's definitely going to be somebody that you're going to want to meet. So that's going to be September 12th. O'Shea Edwards will be at WDWA. So the hits just keep on coming, I tell you, and it's definitely something. So,
Oh yeah.
okay, well, I think we have we've covered everything for Berkeley Mania. I think we've covered all the big announcements. I know we've ran a little long tonight. We normally try to keep this show right around an hour, hour and a half. We're now at 2 hours and 47 minutes, but there's just so much stuff to cover with Berkeley Mania. And, you know, it took us this long just to cover it. That's why we had to start an hour earlier, because there's just so much action going to be going on at Berkeley Mania. Andrew, thank you for joining us again. It's always a pleasure. And
It was an honor.
we will definitely see you Saturday night, sir.
Oh, for sure.
All right, Donnie, it's another great show in the books, you know, and for those who were looking for it last Tuesday night, Wrestle Talk podcast, unfortunately, you know, we just had things going on and some confusion here and there. And we ended up taking the week off, unfortunately, but we will be back next week. We do already have a great guest lined up, and unfortunately, I don't have it pulled up on my computer, but and my phone went dead. But we do already have great guests lined up, and be sure to check Wrestle Talk's Facebook page. We'll let you know more about our great guest and everything. But be sure to check us out next Tuesday night, and for another great episode there. And then the following Tuesday, we'll be right back here with more Elevation. And we are currently in talks of who our next guest will be. And I believe we've got a name that's been thrown out, and talks to see if we can make that happen. And just looking forward to another great show, which will have plenty of stuff to cover. Beans, we will have the aftermath of Berkeley Mania, and we'll see whose picks were right. So, Donnie, anything before we get out of here?
No, we know my picks are right. So, you know, we're going to have another show to go over as well, or at least probably a couple matches for the upcoming show after Mania. I mean, looking forward to seeing everybody there again. Weapons within reason, nothing that's going to kill somebody. Hopefully. So.
Well, and hopefully, you'll be able to join us a little bit better next time. I mean,
yeah, we'll just
I
skip
know,
the office and I'll just hang out in the basement next show. We'll do it
well,
that way.
and I know for a fact though that you're cut off of Money and Power's payroll because you picked against them all the way around tonight, and so you're going to be cut off, sir. I don't think JTR is going to be too happy with you.
No, but at least Bane will be, so we're good on that front.
So, all right. It's been a pleasure, Donnie, as always. And we will see you guys right back here in 2 weeks. And as I say, check out Wrestle Talk Podcast next week. And be sure to show up early for Berkeley Mania 9, because if you don't, you might be standing in line for a while. And don't forget the special start time for Berkeley Mania 9. So we'll see you there.